Halo, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It's me again, Bang JeJey. Oke, kali ini kita mau nonton video dari Gadget Match kalau nggak salah ya. Di sini videonya adalah Apple Watch Ultra unboxing dan review. Kita pengen lihat ini komentarnya Gadget Match ini seperti apa. Oke, langsung ya kita nontonnya.
You've already heard about the Apple Watch Series 8, but did you know that Apple also announced an entirely new Apple Watch as well? The Apple Watch Ultra is designed specifically for exploration, adventure, and endurance. And it's the watch that I've been using for over a week now. Hi, I'm Michael Josh, your gadget matchmaker. And over the last decade, I've made it my job to show people around the world that tech can be easy, fun, and exciting. On this channel, I give you special access to the products I review, the events I attend, and all the exciting people I get to meet along the way. And most importantly, I help you find the right gadget to match your needs. This is my Apple Watch Ultra unboxing and part 1 of my review.
First time unboxing.
This box just arrived today, and when I opened it up, I realized it's not something I want to unbox inside our studio. All right, let's go. So inside this box, we have 3 items. We have the Watch Ultra and 2 extra bands. This is the Alpine Loop and the Ocean Band. And I guess our watch will have another one inside as well. I know we do unboxings all the time on this channel, but I'm really excited because I've never unboxed an Apple Watch Ultra before. I do not know what to expect. Legit, we're experiencing this together. This is what the Apple Watch Ultra box looks like. It is unlike the Apple Watch packaging, but when you flip it around, they still have these pull tabs that we also find on the Apple Watch. Today we're unboxing the Ultra with a titanium case and an orange Alpine Loop. All right, you guys ready?
Okay.
Let's pull. Ooh, different, but also apropos. Usually this is like art with different Apple Watches printed on the packaging, but this one gives off more explorer vibes, which is what the Apple Watch Ultra is really about. Anyone knows where this is? Let me know in the comments section below. First up, you have this booklet inside. First page, all the different bands. There's the Alpine Loop, there's the Ocean Band, and there's the Trail Loop. How to put on your band, how to charge, and all the little buttons and knobs, including the new action button. Nice, and let's see what's inside here. Warranty information. You have 2 boxes. You have the Apple Watch Ultra and an orange Alpine Loop. There are 2 green arrows, and you know what to do. Pull. This is pretty cool. Your familiar designed by Apple in California packet, but with the latitude and longitude. Sorry, I can't proceed until I find out where exactly these coordinates lead. So let me open up Apple Maps. 32.3274 west. Ah, bingo, Cupertino, California. Alrighty, inside this packet you have a braided Apple Watch charger. All right, let's get to the Apple Watch Ultra. Excited, first time I'm going to unbox an Ultra. Maybe I'll just tear it off. There it is, with its titanium finish and orange accents. Look at all those screws. Made to look rugged, designed to be rugged. It's titanium, but unlike the usual titanium Apple Watches that have like a brushed finish, this is like more of like a matte finish on this titanium. You have the action button in international orange. You have speakers over here, a larger crown, and a button with a bit of protection. This crown is larger, intended to be used with gloves on. And then let's see it side by side with my 45mm Apple Watch Series 8. This guy is 49 millimeters. I can't wait to put it on, but we need a strap first.
49.
So let's open up this Alpine Loop in International Orange. The official color is orange, and as you can see, it is 49 millimeters. Okay, I see a green arrow right there. Let's pull. Is this the right way? Ooh, interesting. Pull it out like so. Very fancy. There's also some paperwork over here. On all Apple Watch Ultra bands, the ends are all titanium, so they will match your Apple Watch Ultra. This guy over here on the Alpine Loop is called a G hook because it's shaped like a letter G. You can unhook it like so. There you go. And you can hook it onto any of these. Now, while it might look like these are two pieces of fabric sewn on top of each other, the way this is manufactured is this is actually one continuous piece. But please don't ask me how it's done. All right, let's figure out how to put this on. Notice the ends of the band are also made with titanium, so it's going to be one perfect match. I guess we have to take this guy off for now. So even just putting it on is not like a seamless, just quick pull. And so every time you have to pull on one of these, it adds to like the security of it. And because my wrists are so small, I use the very last one.
Sampai ujung ini.
I just realized that the band that came with the watch was marked large, and I also have the same band in medium, and I think medium is going to be my size. So let's do a size test. So this is the medium one, and this is the long one. After some trial and error, I've discovered that this side that says 49 millimeters goes on the bottom of the watch. There you go. And the side with the G goes on top of the band. Let's try it on a second time. So on the medium band, I'm on the third to the last one, and this definitely feels much better. So guys, before you buy your watch, make sure you pick the right size. I have very dainty, thin wrists, and I'm a medium on the Apple Watch Ultra bands. I don't know if this helps, but on the Solo Loop, I'm a size 5. Looks like my Trail Loop hasn't arrived, but I have one more band to show you. This is the Ocean Band. And unlike the Alpine Band, the Ocean Band only comes in one size. But Apple understands that some people do have larger wrists and that scuba suits can also be very thick, so they are selling a longer, lower band. Okay, the sun is quickly setting, so let's quickly open this package up. And there's our Ocean Band. I love these colors. Let's take it out. They remind me of the sports band, but take a look at that structure. And each of them are kind of meant to lie on top of one another, and that kind of locks the band in place. There you go. These bands are going to be tougher to put on because they're meant to be snug and definitely more secure. We were missing a piece. Glad I didn't throw this away. So the loop is separate, and you actually can pull it open like so. There you go. So not only are these interlocking pieces holding the band together in a more secure way, you have this guy also weighing it down. You'll notice a common theme in all of these bands is security. All of them are designed to hold on and stay on your wrist so that you can engage in whatever extreme activity that you like to do without fear of your watch accidentally falling off.
Dreams come true.
Late last year, I was in the best shape of my life, and I have the Apple Watch partly to thank for it. It all started with my obsession to close my rings for 4 months straight. That, coupled with the accessibility of Apple Fitness Plus, that really gave me my start. 6 months in though, I started to outgrow it. I began using multiple smart devices alongside my Apple Watch. A Garmin Forerunner to better track my runs, an Aura ring to better track my sleep. And that's when I said this. Maybe one day Apple could release a pro model for biohackers like me or fitness enthusiasts. A watch with better sensors, multiple day battery life, something along those lines. Which is why I can't be more excited that the new Apple Watch Ultra exists. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. What is the Apple Watch Ultra and how is it different from the Apple Watch Series 8? For the most part, both watches have the same sensors. In a nutshell, the Apple Watch Ultra packs all the goodness of Apple Watch, but in a bigger case, with double the battery life, a more rugged design, and certain features that make it the perfect companion for explorers, adventurers, and elite athletes.
Ultra solid design.
Of course, with all of that said, it needed to be built tough. The Apple Watch Ultra has an aerospace titanium frame, sapphire crystal glass, and is rated to endure extreme temperatures, whether that be freezing cold mountains down to -20 degrees Celsius, blazing desert heat up to 55 Celsius, and it can be taken underwater up to depths of 100 meters, with ratings like WR100 and EN 13319.
Same great features.
Simply put, the Apple Watch Ultra is a step up from the Apple Watch Series 8. All of the most beloved features of the Apple Watch are here also, whether that be for tracking your workouts, measuring your heart rate, or taking an ECG scan, tracking your sleep, or to be there just in case with safety features like fall and crash detection. The Apple Watch Ultra can do all of that too.
Built different.
Of all the cases Apple has used on an Apple Watch over the years, whether that be aluminum, ceramic, stainless steel, and titanium, the latter has been my favorite because it's both premium and lightweight. But in 2022, if you're after a titanium Apple Watch, the Ultra is the only model where you can get it. And that said, despite its lightweight qualities, the Apple Watch Ultra is still bigger and heavier than the regular Apple Watch. The larger of the two standard Apple Watch sizes is 45 millimeters. The Ultra is 49. Depending on which case you get, it weighs either 38.8 grams and 51.5 grams. The Apple Watch Ultra comes in at 61.3 grams. But if it's just everyday use that we're talking about, that weight difference isn't very noticeable. I didn't even feel it was necessarily heavy when I was doing HIIT workouts. It was only when I ran that I could feel that actual weight difference. Even having used a smaller Apple Watch all my life, I actually didn't mind. It was more like just using a watch with a larger face. Speaking of larger, the crown is noticeably larger too, with coarser grooves, and the side button sticks out a bit more. They're designed that way so that you can use them with gloves on. And finally, there's the new action button on the left side. It's bright orange, which corresponds to International Orange, the same color used by NASA for launch entry suits, as well as Tokyo's TV tower. As soon as you set up your new Apple Watch, you're given the option to select and assign a feature to your action button. I have it set to immediately start a workout. That saves me a lot of time. At the end of my runs, I can just press it again to pause my workout, so when I'm done, I can go in and end the workout officially without having to slow down and fumble around with my watch to do so. Last but not least, you'll find that the display is flat, unlike the Apple Watch Series 8 that has a rounded face with subtle curves that make it seamlessly meld with the rest of the frame. Unlike the Apple Watch Series 8 that maxes out at 1,000 nits, the Ultra can go up to 2,000 nits.
2,000 nits. 3 special bands.
Apple is debuting 3 new bands with the Ultra: the Alpine Loop, which you saw in our unboxing. You also saw the Ocean Band, and one more, the Trail Band, all of which have titanium hardware. But you're not just limited to those 3. The Apple Watch Ultra will also support any 45 millimeter band that you may already own, or you can shop for new ones on the Apple Store.
Into the unknown.
We finally made it to Prospect Park in New York. This is probably the closest place to being out in the open and to explore and get a feel for what the Apple Watch Ultra can do. Because of time considerations, we're putting out this video today as a review, but I do promise you that in a month or so, once we have a chance to go on an adventure, we'll definitely publish a follow-up. Now, while Prospect Park has a lot of paved paths and some signs and some lights, it's always good to keep in mind that it is a big park and it is easy to get lost. So I think before we leave the entrance, we should leave a waypoint so we know how to get back to our subway. It's very easy to do. From the Compass app, all you have to do is tap on here. However, because this is the Apple Watch Ultra, you can just press on the action button to create a waypoint. Now, waypoints are like breadcrumbs or markers. So let's say you're camping, you could have a waypoint for your campsite. You could have a waypoint by the waterfall or a marker that you can easily recognize. So as we explore the park today, we'll leave waypoints along the way as well. Just to make it easier, we can identify it. Maybe, let's see, we can pick a symbol. There you go. And let's pick something nice and green. There you go. It's right there. Okay, I don't know what's in there, so maybe it's time to leave another waypoint. Off the beaten path, they say. I mean, if you look over there, there's actually a paved path, but I kind of like these paths better. And last year I used to come here a lot to do some trail running. My way of escaping the city makes me feel like I'm just running through the forest. I climbed a tree because Apple says they designed the Apple Watch Ultra for the adventurer, the explorer. So I'm just trying to get that vibe. But Chai says I should just try and fall down to test the fall detection feature. Nice one, Chai. I'm gonna get down the right way. So we've found our way out of the forest and found the proper trail again, so I think it's time to leave another marker, a waypoint. Apparently, we're at the NYQM cemetery.
Same day, different outfit. Ganti baju. Beneran lo.
Every time I go on a solo hike, I'll usually tag a friend, let them know that I'm on a hike, share my location just in case something happens. They know where I went and they know where to find me in case I go silent. Now with the Apple Watch Ultra, because it is designed for explorers, instead of just having one GPS frequency, it has two. It has both L1, which is the standard, and L5, which is a more advanced one that is also used in aviation. Now, let's say I'm hiking, I've injured myself, and for some reason there's no cellular connectivity, so I can't call for help. The next best thing is to activate the built-in siren on the Apple Watch Ultra. All you have to do is press and hold on the power button, and from here you can just swipe to activate the siren. The siren is reasonably loud. It's 86 decibels, and Apple says it should be able to be heard from over 100 meters away. The siren has two distinct alternating patterns. Here's the first one, and this is designed to suggest distress. Now have a listen to the second one. This one mimics the universally recognized SOS pattern. Now, while scouting for locations for this video, the prospect of a waterfall sounded really good. This is called The Ravine, and it's here in Prospect Park. And while there were some pins on a map that we could kind of follow, it was still very difficult to find in the midst of this lush forest, so I'm definitely going to leave a final waypoint, because once I leave a waypoint, unless I delete it, it'll always be on my Apple Watch. And so if I want to come back to here one day, all I have to do is follow the waypoint. Okay, now that we found what we came here to find, it's time to find our way back home. And an easy way to do it is to use the waypoints that we dropped earlier. All you have to do is tap on the compass once, and then select the waypoint that you want to navigate back to. So in this instance, we're going to click Prospect Park with the finish line icon, which we left earlier. And there you go. Alas, we've come to a crossroad. Do I turn right or do I turn left? Easy. All you have to do, open our compass app and consult our waypoint. It's that way. 100 feet ahead. We've arrived.
Battery life and charging.
Now let's talk about battery life. Apple promises that the Apple Watch Ultra can deliver up to 36 hours of battery life. That's double the promise on the Apple Watch Series 8. Now, for most of this week, I got used to charging my Apple Watch before I shower and whenever I'm at my desk. Then I realized I need to actually just fully charge it to test it out. So I did that today. I unplugged my Apple Watch Ultra at 9 a.m. It was at 100%. An hour-long errand in Williamsburg got me down to 83%. And by the time I arrived at Prospect Park today around 3 p.m., I was already at 78%. It's currently 8 p.m. and my watch is now down to 56%. Hello from the future. At 12 midnight, before I hit the sack, my Apple Watch Ultra was at 50%, and when I woke up, it was just under 40%. Suffice to say, 24 hours later, and it still had a lot left in the tank without touching a charger. That's definitely longer than the Apple Watch Series 8. Of course, if you're out camping or on a hiking trip for the weekend, you could also turn on low power mode. Apple says that when turned on, you can get up to 60 hours of use. Or you could do a 2.4 mile swim, a 112 mile bike ride, and a full marathon with precision GPS and heart rate turned on, with still battery left over. With this larger battery, you will get to 80% in an hour and 100% in an hour and a half. The Apple Watch Ultra also has a built-in dive computer, meaning it's going to be the perfect companion for recreational diving. I looked it up and a regular wearable dive computer starts at $1,000, so it's good to know that this watch also has those features built in. Now, I'm not really a diver. I've gone diving before, but I definitely want to take it up again. And when I have the time, I do plan on going on a trip and testing out those features myself, as well as talking to some experts about whether or not the Apple Watch Ultra will make the perfect diving smartwatch, or if it can replace their diving computer. All of that will happen in part 2 of this review. Now, before we wrap up, I also wanted to answer the question, is the Apple Watch Ultra just like all those other rugged professional smartwatches that are meant just to be worn outdoors, or can it actually also be used if you want to dress up? I didn't have a lot of time, but with the help of my producer Chai, we put together this outfit. I dressed up my Apple Watch Ultra with this 45mm leather band from Nomad. I wanted to keep it simple, so I put on this white dress shirt from Topman, paired it with some light blue jeans from the Perfect Jean NYC, black Alexander McQueen loafers, and to accessorize the look, a silver band and ring from Miansai, a crown ring from Crafted London, sunnies from Maui Jim, and to complete the look, a soft trunk from Louis Vuitton. What do you think? I might be biased, but I do think the Apple Watch Ultra is premium and flexible enough to be a fashion accessory too. So, is the Apple Watch Ultra your gadget match? Starting at just $799, the Apple Watch Ultra is a solid deal. Its competitors are the likes of the Garmin Enduro 2, which is $1,099, and the Garmin Descent MK2 series dive computer, which is $999.99, which is $1,000. The Apple Watch Ultra combines the features of both watches in a more affordable package. If you just need an Apple Watch to track your sleep, your fitness, or your health, then you'll be plenty happy with the Apple Watch Series 8. But if you live on the edge and want to push yourself to the extremes, then you should definitely check out the Apple Watch Ultra. It comes with a Gadget Match seal of approval. It might be version 1 of a new breed of device, but there really isn't anything like it in the market today. And that was part 1 of our Apple Watch Ultra review. For part 2 and the many more Apple videos we have in store for you, make sure you're subscribed to this YouTube channel and hit that bell icon so that you get notified as soon as we publish. I also constantly post a lot of behind the scenes stuff on my Instagram and Twitter account, so make sure to follow me there. And for news and updates, make gadgetmatch.com your daily habit. Until the next video,
Thank you.
I'm Michael Josh. Thanks for dropping by.
Oke, terima kasih. Siapa yang tadi ya? Oke, terima kasih Gadget Match atas videonya. Oke, terima kasih juga buat teman-teman yang udah nonton bareng. Nah, di sini kita bisa lihat bahwa Apple tuh sekarang mau melebarkan sayapnya ya, mau melebarkan atau meluaskan pengguna Apple. Karena biasanya kan Apple Watch itu dipakai sama ordinary people lah ya, orang-orang yang umum, artinya tuh yang orang kotaan, kantoran gitu ya, karena umumnya disitulah pengguna Apple Watch. Nah, sekarang Apple Watch itu mau melebarkan sayap, melebarkan komunitasnya untuk yang ke atas, artinya ke atas tuh ke gunung, ke orang-orang adventure, juga orang ke dalam, yaitu diver biasanya. Jadi mau ke atas diambil, ke bawah diambil. Nah, Apple Watch ini sepertinya mau mengambil jatah dari pengguna-pengguna Garmin atau pengguna-pengguna jam outdoor yang memang udah ada pencintanya masing-masing. Nah, jadi ini Apple ini sepertinya membuat satu gebrakan dengan Apple Watch Ultra-nya ini. Karena dengan Apple Watch Ultra ini mereka sudah mau masuk ke dunia adventure. Kalau selama ini ya rata-rata jamnya mereka adalah jam fashionable. Kalau dipakai buat yang ekstrim mungkin bisa, tapi masih meragukan lah. Tapi dengan adanya Apple Watch Ultra ini, kelebihannya adalah ruggedness-nya, fiturnya, dan baterainya. Baterainya yang luar biasa, lebih panjang dibandingkan dengan Apple Watch lainnya atau smartwatch lainnya. Ruggedness-nya juga udah lumayan luar biasa dengan bahan titanium, dan layarnya atau displaynya yang menggunakan safir. Jadi kekerasannya atau ketahanan kacanya jauh lebih tinggi dari yang lain. Tapi kalau memang kita bandingkan dengan jam Garmin atau Sunto atau jam-jam adventure lainnya yang bahan titanium atau bahan glass yang dari safir, itu udah biasa ya. Jadi mungkin ya nggak terlalu mengagetkan, nggak terlalu mengganggu dunia jam adventure, tidak terlalu mengganggu pengguna Garmin karena Garmin sudah punya pencintanya masing-masing. Jadi kalau kita bisa lihat Apple Watch ini, kelebihannya adalah bahannya yang titanium, kacanya yang safir gitu, baterainya yang memang luar biasa dibandingkan dengan Apple Watch lainnya ya, yang bisa bertahan sampai 36 jam. Nah, apalagi ada beberapa fitur lainnya seperti crash detection, siren, itu menambah value untuk jam ini. Dan mungkin yang memang berbeda atau memang bisa melebihi jam-jam adventure lain itu adalah di display. Displaynya Apple Watch ini adalah sangat bagus ya, artinya dia AMOLED. Kalau Sunto atau Garmin kan masih belum AMOLED ya, layar kurang bagus, kecerahannya pun gitu ya. Nah, kalau Sunto atau Garmin itu walaupun dia hitam putih atau berwarna belum AMOLED, tapi kecerahannya bisa sampai 1000. Nah, kalau Apple ini jauh lebih hebat, dia bisa sampai 2000 nit. kelebihan lain dari Apple Watch Ultra ini adalah dual band GPS-nya. Nah, dual band GPS ini itu memang kalau dibandingkan dengan smartphone lain itu memang sudah cukup luar biasa. Tapi kalau untuk jam-jam adventure, dual band GPS ini itu mungkin udah suatu hal yang biasa ya. Oke teman-teman, demikian. Terima kasih buat teman-teman yang sudah menyediakan waktunya untuk nonton bareng. Dan sekarang juga kita bisa lihat Apple Watch Ultra itu bagaimana. Apakah Apple Watch Ultra ini sudah bisa menyaingi, menandingi atau menyamai jam-jam adventure seperti Garmin, Sunto atau yang lain-lainnya. Tapi kalau bayanganku sih sepertinya belum ya. Walaupun memang ada beberapa fitur yang memang dia lebih, seperti displaynya yang memang luar biasa 2000 nits gitu kan. Tapi untuk fitur-fitur lainnya seperti dual band GPS itu sebenarnya hal-hal yang biasa yang ada di jam-jam adventure. Jadi ya memang kalau perkiraan saya gitu ya, untuk sementara ini Apple Watch belum bisa untuk menandingi atau menyamai jam-jam adventure yang sudah ada. Tapi mungkin dalam 2 tahun 3 tahun ke depan mungkin Apple Watch bisa menyamai kalau Garmin, CS atau yang lain-lainnya tidak berkembang. Tapi CS juga pasti akan berkembang. Oke teman-teman, sekian dulu video kita kali ini. Semoga bermanfaat. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam.